He said, listen, if you don't become my supervisor, I'm going to fire you. So I was forced into being...
What type of ultimatum is that, man?
Bro, that's crazy. 15 years later, man, I'm running multi-million-dollar businesses, man. Fucking business. It's crazy. That's why I will always be humble. And, you know, me and my wife almost lost our house messing with these trucks. Like when I see these people on the internet, oh, millions in trucking and millions and I'm like, where the hell are these people getting these millions from? Well, that didn't happen to me. But today, every corner in America is infrastructure. So it doesn't matter where you live at today. If you have a dump truck, you're going to make money. There's about that many large enterprise.
And everybody else is like small guys.
They can't. The dump truck industry cannot. They cannot last without us. They can't do it. They cannot last without us. They need us.
All right, guys, let's take a brief moment to thank our sponsors and our partners, OTR Solutions. I just want to tell you guys, go check them out, man. If you're having any type of issues or you're not having the greatest experience with your current factoring company, I implore you guys to check out our partners, OTR Solutions. They're the only true non-recourse factoring company in the country, which means you can focus on your business, focus on the road ahead, and they're going to take care of everything else for you. All right, guys. OTR also offers a whole lot of other solutions for you. And, you know, they have data that shows that companies who work with OTR Solutions stay in business longer because of that. So click the link below or you can text OTRTNH to 80483 and somebody from the OTR team will get right back to you. All right, let's get back to the show.
This is Buddy Fab, owner of Fab Trucking. You are now watching Trucking Hustle.
Hustle fam, what's good? We are back with another amazing episode because I'm here with the man himself, Buddy Fab. Welcome to Trucking Hustle, man. Long overdue.
Yes, appreciate the invite.
For sure, bro. All right, so let's get into it, man. You're originally from Bronx, New York, correct?
Yes, the Bronx, High Bridge. Yeah, High Bridge just got on the map when A Boogie put it on
the map. A Boogie and them.
But we've been on the map for a while. You know, we got D Nice.
That's a fact. My name is D Nice, but all the girls call me that.
We got Greg and I see from
Greg Nice.
Yeah,
nice
Greg
and smooth.
Nice. Yeah, we got a few people from High Bridge. Cardi B, you know, she from the High Bridge area.
Okay.
But from my era, you know, Greg and D Nice. Even Tupac lived in High Bridge on Woody Crest Avenue back in the day.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah.
Yo, Pac lived everywhere.
Everywhere.
Like,
Dude lived everywhere,
everybody
man.
could claim Pac in some way, shape, or form. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but A Boogie put it on the map. Definitely put High Bridge on the map. So shout out to A, you know.
No doubt. Tell me about coming up in the Bronx, man.
Hey, man, like any other inner city, man, it was a struggle. Oh, it was a grind. But it was a teaching experience. Mm-hmm. I wouldn't be where I'm at today if I didn't learn the things coming up from Bronx when I was coming up. I wouldn't be successful today if it wasn't for that.
Yeah.
School couldn't teach me that. College couldn't teach me that. And it wasn't nothing. The teachings that I was taught was nobody cares what you got going on. If you don't make it happen, it's not going to happen. So that's what the Bronx taught me.
That's right.
Nobody cares what your problem is, what your excuses are. If you don't make it happen, you're just going to be stuck where you at. That's what the Bronx taught me, so that's why I got out here and made it happen.
That's a fact. How old were you when you left?
Ooh, I was 30, about 31, 32.
So you literally born,
raised, yeah.
And lived the whole life.
My whole life, my whole life was, you know, I was born in Harlem. Everybody was born in Harlem Hospital. Mostly everybody from the Bronx and Harlem was born in Harlem Hospital. But my grandmother lived in Harlem in Taft Projects. So shout out to Taft Projects.
Okay.
That's where Jim Jones from, Taft.
Okay.
Taft Projects.
Okay.
So I represent the Bronx because that's where I grew up at. But I also grew up, you know, in Taft Projects too, because that's where my grandmother was from. So I'm Harlem in the Bronx, but I'm repping the Bronx all day though.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got it. So before you got into the trucking industry and you got into these dump trucks, man, what were you doing?
I was in the Bronx, you know, running around like everybody ran around back in the days, doing things we wasn't supposed to do, you know, out in the streets, just because that's all we had to look, you know, or that's all we had. Our big homies, that's what they was doing.
Yeah.
So I didn't have what I am today to look up to. But we just was all tricked back then. You know, this is before the internet. This is before the social media thing. Everybody thought you get out there and hustle, that was going to take you to the next level out the hood, but lo and behold, we always being tricked. You can't get out the hood that way. That's, you know, we was doing wrong. So nothing good come from wrong. So then one day, man, my brother got killed. Well, he's really my first cousin. JB, shout out to JB. He was running with Nori. He, you know, murdered. You know, they was running with Nori and all of them. And he got killed in 2009. what was that, 2001, 2002, somewhere around there, 2003, on my birthday. And that's what woke me up. He got killed that May 25th of 2001, somewhere like that. And that June, I moved to North Carolina.
All right, let's take a brief moment before we get back into the show. I have an announcement. Are you a trucking company looking to cut costs and boost your bottom line? Unlock unmatched savings and benefits with TSS Fuel Card. Each card comes with a $3,000 line of credit that provides you with the financial flexibility that you need on the road. Enjoy up to $1.35 off the cash price at all major stations that truckers love. Their clients save an average of $1,000 monthly per truck. TSS works with new trucking companies, owner-operators, small fleets, and large fleets. With the TSS Fuel Card bundle, you're not just getting a fuel card. Their bundle offers mean significant savings on essential services and protection, helping you manage your fleet more efficiently. Applying for a TSS Fuel Card is quick and easy. Simply fill out the short contact form on their website, and they'll get right back to you. Apply for your TSS Fuel Card today and experience the difference. For more information, click the link below in the description. TSS Fuel Cards, fueling your success mile by mile. Now let's get back to the show.
And I went down there and opened up a sneaker store.
Okay. How old were you?
About 30.
Okay.
About 30 years old. And, but I still 1 foot in the streets, 1 foot trying to do the right thing. So nothing was working out because you're still doing wrong. And, sneaker store didn't work out, so I said, well, I'm going back to New York. But I knew if I went back to New York, what I was going to get into. So I met my wife, which is my wife now, and she was my girl. She was like, listen, man, just stay here. I'm going to get an extra job. You'll figure it out. And that was the best decision I ever made in my life. And I started messing with the trucks down there. But I went down to North Carolina with my CDL from New York, but never had it. So my ex-girl,
what you mean?
I had my CDL in New York.
Got your CDL in New York.
I was going with my kids. They passed. Both of my kids passed with their mom when I was in New York. And her dad was putting me on because he drove trucks. And he was like, man, go get your CDLs. If you don't use them, at least you'll have them.
Facts.
If when you're getting older. And I went and did that. So, me and her went our separate ways. I moved to North Carolina, met my wife now that I'm with now. I met her down there because she's from North Carolina. And that was the first time I ever used my CDLs. And when I went and got a job down there, I was done with the streets. I said, that's it for me. I'm not going to jail. I'm not getting killed. I'm going to do the right thing. I was a grown man. But now as I look back at it, I really wasn't a grown man. Like, I still needed my mom to co-sign for a car or to co-sign for me somewhere to live. You're not a grown man if you need somebody to do all that for you. I don't care how much money you got.
That's right.
So I didn't have no credit. I didn't have this. So I wasn't I was grown, but I wasn't a grown man mentally. And then North Carolina saved me, man. It turned me into a grown man.
Yeah.
And I went and got a job. My first job ever, I went driving concrete trucks and got certified for concrete and all that. Then I went to drive dump trucks, and that's when I met the plug, and my life changed from there.
Got you. How'd you get into the concrete trucks? You just found a job, or did somebody connect you with that?
My wife's, he's my man now, my man Fats. He put me on. My wife's they grew up together, and my wife was like, yo, my man need a job. He got a CDL. And he said, I got you, and he put me in, got me a job there. And then after I worked there, he got me a job with the dump trucks.
Okay. So that was where everything started.
That's where it started.
All right, so let's go back there. So you get the job working for a dump truck company. So you're a driver.
A night driver.
Okay, tell me about that.
I'm there. 2 weeks in, the boss come like, I need you to be a supervisor. Only 2 weeks in, because I had picked up on it so well. And I'm like, nah, man, I can't be no supervisor. I'm just here to make my money and get out of here. He said, well, I need you to be a supervisor. So I turned it down. A month later, he come back to me. He said, listen, I need you to be a supervisor, my night supervisor, the night shift supervisor.
Okay.
I'm like, God, you got guys who've been here longer than me. They're going to feel some type of way. I don't need that animosity, bad energy. I just want to come here, work, get my money, go back home. He said, listen, if you don't become my supervisor, I'm going to fire you.
All right, guys, I hope you're enjoying the show so far. I wanted to take a quick moment to invite you to our newsletter. Go to the link below and sign up for the TNH Truck and Hustle newsletter, where you'll find the weekly hustle stories. You'll find different niches of transportation and logistics that you can get into to pivot or grow your business. You do not want to miss this information that's coming out on this newsletter. So go sign up right now, check it out. And we'll see you next week.
So I was forced into being.
What type of ultimatum is that, man?
And this guy's the guy who put me into dump trucking. To today, he's my first white friend I ever had. I grew up in the Bronx. I never went to school with a white person in my life.
Okay.
I never had a white person in my classroom ever. All of my teachers just was white. I never had a white student. So this was my first white friend.
Okay.
And he was my boss. And today, he's my brother. He's my partner. That's who put me in the dump truck game. His name is Jake. Jake Austin.
Okay.
Austin Trucking.
So he threatened to fire you.
He threatened me. He said, if you don't take this job, you're fired. And I was like, oh, shit.
What did the supervisor job entail?
Nothing. It was easy. It was nothing. They gave me a company truck. Mm-hmm. And I was just going out to the job sites at night, signing trucks in and signing them out. That's it.
So you're not even necessarily driving?
Not now. At this point, a month later, I'm not driving.
Yeah.
I only drove for a month.
And then he made you supervisor?
He made me a supervisor. Okay. And then when he makes me the supervisor, he said, listen, I'm leaving. Because he had his own trucks during the time. His father-in-law owned this company we worked for.
Okay.
And he said, look, I got to leave this job. I'm going
job site?
He owned the
dump truck company?
The company is a dump truck company. It's an asphalt company. This is a big company. They got asphalt. They do grading. They do, they do everything in construction.
Yeah.
It's a big company, and it's called Fred Smith. That was my first dump truck job, Fred Smith Company.
Okay.
And so when I became a supervisor, he made me the supervisor for nights. He left the company to start his own business, his own dump trucking business. And I was like, look, man, I'm going with you. He was like, not yet. I'm not set up yet. But when I get set up, you could come with me.
Yeah.
And about a year later, he got set up and he came back to me. He said, come on, you could come work with me now. Come work for me now. And I was like, nah, man, I want my own truck. So now within this year, I'm learning the business. I'm learning the dump trucking business because I'm the supervisor. Mm. So I'm learning the business, seeing how guys move, seeing how to, I'm learning the business.
What are you learning? Get in a little.
I'm just learning, how to, the safety part of it. Make sure your backup alarm is on at night when you're backing up to a paver. I'm learning how to dump the asphalt from the dump truck into the paver. I'm just learning everything about dump trucks during this whole time.
Okay.
Not knowing that I was learning anything, but as I look back today, it was nothing but dump truck school. That's all it was for me. It would set me up for where I'm at today.
Okay.
So then when he came back for me to come work for him in his dump trucks, I was like, man, I don't want to come work for you. I want my own dump truck. He was like, all right, well, go get one. I was like, okay, you sure? He was like, you get a dump truck, I'm plugged in, you'll never have to worry about work. I was like, okay, I'm going to get one tomorrow. But like I told you, I wasn't a grown man then. My mental wasn't right then. So me and my girl, she's my wife now at the time, we go look for a dump truck, but they came with credit. Hey, how your credit looking? How your credit? I'm like, oh my God, my credit was shot. I never had nothing in my name. I come from the Bronx, I'm out the street, so everything was in my baby mom's name, my mom's name, everything I had, my cars, nothing was never in my name, so I didn't have no credit.
Right.
And I went back to him, I said, listen, man, I can't get no truck. He said, why? I said, I don't have no credit. He was like, yeah, that'll do it. He said, don't worry about it. We'll get you a truck. I'll make sure you get in the truck. I'll go sign for a truck for you. And I'm like, and this is a white man. This is my first white friend. Love him to death to the day. I just spoke to him yesterday.
Right.
So I come home, I tell my wife, I'm like, babe, this guy say he assigned for it. She's like, what? I'm like, why do you think, I don't know this guy like that. Why would he do that? I was like, you think he's gay or you think he's, and she was like, shit, ask him. And I called him and asked him. I said, man, why are you willing to do this for me? He said, I love you. That was it. He said, I love you. He said, when we met, you came into a place for me, helped me out. I needed you to be the supervisor. You came in. You made my life easy at nights. My phone wasn't ringing no more. He said, you just jumped in this thing and did it like you've been doing it all your life. And I was like, wow. He said, all right, so just let me know, go get that truck and we pick it up and get your own business started. I'm like, all right, cool. So I laid in bed all that night. I couldn't even sleep. I'm like, no, I can't let this man sign for me a truck. I don't know this man like this. And plus, just with me being a man.
Ego.
And I'm like, nah. So he called me the next morning. He said, you ready to go get that truck? I said, I'm going to pass. He said, what you mean? I said, I'm going to get it on my own. He said, why? I said, because if I get it through you, it's like, you always know you did that for me. But if I get it for myself, you got no choice but to respect me there. And he said, I respect that. Well, when you get a truck, let me know. And that was it. And a year later, I got my own truck. My first, it was the oldest truck on the job site. It was a 1998 Freightliner FL112. I mean, this was the ugliest dump truck ever, man. But it was the hardest running truck ever. It got me to where I'm at today, man.
No doubt.
Yes.
So I mean, much don't change in a year in terms of credit and all that. So I mean, was it just a cheap
I got
truck?
lucky. Yes, I got lucky. It was this place in Virginia called Atkinson Truck Sales. During the time, it was a buy here, pay here place.
Okay.
So that means you didn't need credit. So that means you go with the down payment and you pay monthly payments. So it was, of course, they jerked you.
Yeah.
The truck I bought, I ended up paying $70,000 for after I finished paying for this truck. That truck probably wasn't even worth $20,000. But that's all the options I had.
Right.
I don't come from a family where I could go to mom and say, Mom, go get a loan for $100 or go take something out on the house. I don't come from that. So I got mine out the mud.
Right.
Out the mud. So that's why, so I was working a job. Income tax came around. Mine was $9,000. My wife's was, I don't know, but anyway, whatever hers was, she only gave me $4,000. I took my 9, her 4, and put down on my first dump truck $13,000. So when I got the truck, I didn't even have fuel money. We didn't even have money to put fuel in the truck to run it. I had to go to my boy Jake, and he's like, I got you. So he gave me my fuel money to start off, and bro, that's crazy. 15 years later, man, I'm running multi-million-dollar businesses, man. Fucking business. It's crazy. That's why I will always be humble. And, me and my wife almost lost our house messing with these trucks. Like when I see these people on the internet, millions in trucking and millions and I'm like, where the hell are these people getting these millions from? Well, that didn't happen to me. And I'm seeing people over and over and over, and I'm like, nah, that trucking don't work like that, man. Because trucking, I think, is one of the businesses that have the most highest overhead. Because they break down.
Right.
And just thank God I caught breakdowns, but thank God I didn't get nothing to destroy me, to end my business, like a motor or transmission, something that costs $8,000, $10,000, $30,000. I didn't have those type of breakdowns. And thank God, here I am today, man. I don't know how I made it through it, but I'm here.
Got it.
I'm here, man. My wife, we here, man. She's my ride or die, man. Before I start working at the dump truck place and all that, I had lost the sneaker store. My money was down. I was broke. My wife went. She's not even my wife yet. This is my girl. She went. She was working at the prison. She was a correction officer, working in the office, and she went and got a bartender job, and she went and got a job at the cleaner. So she holding down 3 jobs to hold me down till I figure out what I'm going to do. This is my girlfriend. My cars are gone. My girls from back in New York, who all of my cars named there, when they took their cars back, I don't have no car. So I'm like in the mud. I'm done. And so I go pick up. I'm from at to work on her bartender's job. As soon as she get in the car, I'm in her car, picking her up in her car. She said, "Here go the money. Put that in your pocket." That's what I made on tips tonight. She was making $300-400 a night of tips, and she was just working that job to put the money in my pocket.
Wow.
This is not my wife yet. This is my girlfriend.
You better make it your wife after this.
Did right? And I promised her. I said, I'm gonna get back on my feet.
Right.
I don't know how. I don't know what I'm gonna do, but I'm gonna get back on my feet because I'm not gonna live like this. You giving me your money. I said, but the day I get back on my feet, I promise you will never have to work another job in your life. And she ain't worked a job in 15 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's crazy, bro.
That's incredible, man.
It's crazy.
That's incredible.
It's crazy.
So just to give the people a context, like the size of your business, how many trucks do you have now? Just give us and you have multiple trucking companies as well, right?
Yes, right now I have 11 dump trucks. Just bought 2 more. My son just got one, so altogether our dump truck fleet is about 13. I had 8 tractors. I sold all of those. I only got 2 left, so that's 15. And I got 3 box trucks. So right now we got 18 trucks altogether.
18 altogether.
Yeah.
Got you. And you do the dump truck work, and then with the box trucks, what do you do?
We just mess with Amazon, and I got a lot of private like wine vendors. We go pick up wine for people. Like a lot of private customers we do the box truck things with.
And then the 2 semis, what you do with that?
Parked.
They just parked. Chilling.
They done. I'm ready to sell those.
It
just got bad out there. They paid for.
Right.
They paid for, and and it is crazy because I'm sitting here talking to you, and I would just count my trucks up, but we had my fleet got up to 23. But I done sold trucks, over the years or whatever. So we have about 17, 18 now.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting here thinking, And that all started from $13,000, man.
Yeah.
13,000, and all my trucks now are brand new. I haven't bought a used. Everything I buy from the last 10 years is brand new.
And you said you're looking to buy some more, right?
Yeah, I bought 10.
Buy some more. Just bought 10.
10, yeah. I ordered 10.
Right.
And I ordered 10 dumps, and these trucks is almost 300,000 a piece. So my credit
things have changed a little.
Oh, my credit is stupid. My credit is stupid right now. When I bought my last trucks in 2020, they come to my house now for me to buy trucks. I don't even go to the office no more. They come to my house. The dealership come to my house for me to sign the paperwork.
Right.
So I just ordered 10 dump trucks, and they gave them to me for $260,000 a piece because I ordered so many. Bro, that's $2.6 million I got the loan for with no money down.
That's right.
So if you're getting a loan like that, bro, that's big business. Your credit got to be
immaculate, right? Strong.
Strong.
100%.
Yeah. And my wife got my credit to back where is that today. I didn't handle. All I did was pay the bills. She just even today, I don't even know. I got 7, 8 cars, house notes, RVs. I got all kind of toys. I do not know when one bill in my house is due. If my wife, God forbid, if something happened to my wife right now and she lose her memory,
you'd be lost.
My credit is shot because I don't know when the bills is. I don't even know how much my car note is. I just go buy it. I sign the joint, and they say, "Hey, Fab, you got it." I say, "Call my wife with that." She do all of that. So
right.
I don't even know when my bills are due, how much they are. All I know, I make the money, it go in the bank, and my wife makes sure that everything is taken care of.
It's handled.
Yes.
It's handled.
Yes, it's handled. Yeah.
All right, let's get into the dump truck business,
yes.
man. So, one, you're in North Carolina.
Yes, we're in. I'm out of Henderson, North Carolina, but I run my dump trucks in the Raleigh-Durham area.
Raleigh-Durham.
Yes.
How important or how much of a factor is your location in your business?
It used to be a big factor when I started out, like the big cities, Vegas, New York. But today, every corner in America is infrastructure. So it doesn't matter where you live at today. If you have a dump truck, you're going to make money. Because you see the infrastructure?
That's right. They're building everywhere.
Everywhere. I mean, in West Bubblefuck, they building. I mean, everywhere you look, they building. So you can't build without dump trucks.
Yeah.
And another upside of that about your location, it doesn't matter where your location is at today because it doesn't matter who your president is, Democrat or Republican. Every president signs an infrastructure bill. Every president signs an infrastructure bill.
Right.
So it doesn't matter your location.
And Biden just signed the Investing in America, over $1 billion investing in infrastructure. So there's money all over the country right now. All over
the country, bro. We stable with these dump trucks, man. At least I know my lights won't go out for, I'm good. My girl's going to get paid with these dump trucks. Yeah. So that's a good thing. Yes. So that's a blessing.
I love it. All right. Yeah. So we started with one dump truck, one old dump truck.
Yes.
How did you get started? How did you find your first work to run the truck?
Well, I had the plug.
Okay.
My old boss.
This is Jake.
Jake.
Yep.
Austin. That's who. Yes. That's who put me into dump trucking. So when I got my new truck, when I got my first old truck, the work was there for me already.
Okay. And what was that work?
Just asphalt, dirt, aggregates. We will haul anything.
Okay.
We don't care what it is as long as it's paying.
Right.
We don't care what it is. And as I got into it, but before I got my first truck, because I told you I had to wait a year, I was brokering dump trucks through him.
Okay.
I was running dump trucks before I even had a truck.
Okay.
So I was already making, because I told you I had learned the business from being a supervisor. So before I even bought my first truck, I was running 5 to 10 trucks a day through him. Because he had so much work.
So he had to work, and then you would reach out to people in the community and say, hey, you got trucks?
Well, they would reach out to me because they knew my relationship with him.
Okay.
They knew I was his right-hand man. And they like, Fab, we need some work. I holler at him. He be like, yo, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to set you up with the work. I'm going to give it to you for this price. You give it to him for that price and get your percentage off it. That way you make your money. So I was making money at dump. I didn't even have to buy a truck in a dump truck. I was making money in the business before I even bought a truck.
Yeah.
And
how do you, because I hear a lot of people talk about brokering out dump trucks. How do you structure that? Like from a business standpoint, right? Is it more like a
okay,
what's the word I'm looking for? Like, is it more like
the tractor side?
No.
The road?
No, what I'm saying is it more like hey, listen, word of mouth. I got work. You do the work, and I'm gonna take 10% and just give you the rest. Or like, how does that work? Like from a business model?
Okay, so like my name Fab in the Raleigh area is buzzing. everybody know Fab got work. Everybody know Fab can get trucks. So I don't call anybody to come work for me. Everybody, every we call them subcontractors. Every sub that work for me call my phone. I never call nobody say, hey man, you need work. I never called nobody to come work for me. So it works like, just word of mouth.
Just word of mouth.
Word of mouth, man. That's it, word of mouth.
And who gets paid first? You get paid, and then you take your percent off the top, and then you give them the balance, or how does
not
that work?
all the time.
Okay.
So right now I'm very strong as far as brokering.
Okay.
I could, if you call me today and you need 30 trucks, I could get you 30 trucks like that because people know I pay every week. Now I might not get my money from these people until 30 days, but I'll pay my subs out my pocket every week.
Okay.
And I do that because I need these guys to fill the jobs up that I have. You understand what I'm trying to say?
100%.
So that's how it works.
So everybody may not have the wherewithal or the resources to be able to
Right.
float the money
To
up
float
front.
the money up front. Now, at first, I didn't have the money to float up front, but Jake paid me every week. So this guy's he's the reason where I'm at today.
Yeah.
I didn't have to wait. Today, he still pay me every week.
Right.
But I'm bigger now, so he can handle all the trucks that I have now because that's how big I am now.
Gotcha.
So I got other pluggers that I deal with, but he's still my main guy. That's my brother. Whatever he need, he going to get first.
Okay.
Because I feel I owe that to him.
Gotcha.
And I don't need him right now. I'm strong.
Yeah.
My credit's strong. My reputation is strong. My money's strong. I don't need him right now. But never. I'm going to deal with him to the day I die. Because if it wasn't for him, me and my family wouldn't be where we at today.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
I
Okay.
owe him that much, yeah.
So you said you got started brokering.
Yep.
Before you even started running your own truck.
Yep.
Okay.
And then we running, get my own truck. So now I got one truck, but I'm running 10 trucks a day.
And you're making 10% off of each.
Well, I
load.
do 6%.
Okay.
And not only do I do 6%, I don't take off the top and the bottom. So that means, for example, top off the bottom. They give me the job for 100. I give it to my peoples for 95 and take 6%. No, whatever I get the job for at that price, I give it to my peoples for that price. Then I take my percentage.
Okay.
That's why everybody deal with me for some. I got people who've been running for me over 10 years. They won't go nowhere because I'm fair, I'm honest, and their money's on time.
Gotcha.
And some of these people I never even met face to face. I've been talking on the phone with them for years and send them to work and send them their check. I don't know some of these people. Never met them face to face.
So why can't those people go direct?
Because they're not big enough.
What do you mean?
If they go direct, that company might say, hey, we need 15 trucks tomorrow. How they going to get 15 trucks?
Gotcha.
It's not easy getting these trucks, man.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So you have to put these trucks together to have enough capacity to haul this stuff out the job site.
I got a job Monday. He called me. He needs 22 trucks on that job. I got another job that needs 7. So that's 29. I got another job that needs 3. So that's 32. And I got another job that needs 10. So that's 42 trucks I need Monday. Bro, you know how hard it is to get 42 dump trucks? It's a lot.
Yeah.
And I have to have all 42 of these dump trucks money the week after next. So that's about, I pay out a week to my subs from 60 to 100 grand or more. And if I don't get paid from them jobs that I work for, I got to go in my pocket to pay them.
So
and I gotta wait on my money.
What happens if you can't find the trucks?
Nothing. You just, but the people, they know the dump truck business, how it is, but 1 or 2 trucks not going to hurt nothing. But you can't tell that man you're going to have 5 trucks there and then in the morning you don't have nothing there.
Right.
That's a relationship you just destroyed.
Yeah.
Because that man have to get that work done. Because it might be a state job, it might be a private job. He has a deadline on that job. So if those trucks don't show up, you just stuck this man. So now you just burnt the bridge you're going to need later on down. I never burnt anybody for 15 years.
Yeah.
Unless a truck break down.
Right. You can't.
You can't help that. And they know that. But no, I don't burn people. If I tell you I'm going to have you a truck on your job, you could bet your life on the truck won't be there.
Got it.
Yeah.
When do they call you? They call you at the end of the week or beginning of the week?
No, every day.
Daily.
Daily. But now if it's a big order, it's a big job going on, they be like, Fab, I'm going to need 7 trucks for all this week. But that's rare, They'll call you daily because in the construction, in the dump trucking business, it's construction. That's all it is.
Yeah.
The dump truck business is construction business. If you know anything about the construction business, it doesn't run on a 9 to 5 clock. Things switch all the time. It might rain. Job might get canceled. It might snow, and you don't know what's going to happen in construction. It's like it doesn't run on 9 to 5 on a 9 to 5 chart.
Right.
It's just all over the place.
Right.
So that's why you get calls daily.
So you're putting a mix of your trucks and also the brokered trucks
Yeah.
on these runs?
Yes.
Do you, like, how do you figure out what you're going to put your trucks on or the other trucks on? Like,
Of course, I'm gonna put my trucks on the best jobs.
okay.
Or my peoples who've been with me the longest on the best jobs. But sometimes my trucks go on the worst jobs because the worst job might need a DBE, and my subs don't have the DBE certificate.
Okay.
And what the DBE is a minority certificate.
Yeah.
Through the state that you need a DBE in order to work this job. You got to meet a certain quota.
Disadvantaged business enterprise.
Yes. So I'm DBE, so my trucks might have to go on the shitty jobs, but I have to do what I have to do. So my trucks got to go there. So my subs end up getting a good job. So it just, you never could tell, man.
What's
You
a
just
good
never-
job and a bad job? What's the difference?
I might have a job that's loading dirt right here and dumping them right here on site. I go out there and make $1,000 to $1,200 a day and I only spend $50 in fuel.
Well, you don't even leave the site.
That's a beautiful job for the owner. I just spent $50 in fuel. I just made $1,000. That's $950 profit. Pay my driver $150 or $200. I'm still at $700 profit. for the
And
day.
what's going on in that process so people understand what's happening when you're taking it from one part of the site to the other part of the site?
Okay, so that's called an on-site job, meaning you're not going off the construction site. You're staying on site all day. So what they might have to get a hole, they dig a hole over here, they put some pipes under there. So you got to take the dirt and put it right here. And after they finish, you got to bring that dirt back and fill up the hole. That's it.
That's it.
That's it.
Okay. Yeah, that's cake.
That's it. That's cake. And then you might have a cake job. Like most of our night work is cake. Like I had a job the other night. We only did one load, got 8 hours. Because it was about 30 minutes to get out there. There was a lot of trucks on it. Night job is always cake. You just sitting there just waiting to get loaded or get unloaded. So,
Yeah. What's an example of a bad job?
bad job might be they got these DOT jobs now with these young kids, these young engineers coming out of college. So they done changed the mixes up on the asphalt. So they saying, oh, do this, do this, do this. So the stuff, the asphalt you put in your bed now, we call it popcorn. The stuff they put on the highways. And I mean, once you dump a load, this stuff is stuck all over you. You can't even get it out. It's like glue. So that's a bad job for you because now you might got to go haul some dirt after you do that asphalt. Now that dirt thing got stuck on top of this popcorn. Now your bed is destroyed. So now you got to get out there, pay somebody with a backhoe to pull all this stuff out. So that's a bad job.
Gotcha.
Or a long distance job. That's a bad job because you're burning a lot of
fuel.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Got it. All right. Cool. Let's because we're going ahead. Let's take it back to the beginning again. I want to still go back to that one truck when you because we talked about, you said you were brokering before you even got your one truck running. When you got that one truck running, were you driving it?
No, so I still have my job.
Okay.
At the supervisor thing.
Okay, you're still doing the supervisor
Yeah.
thing, but you got your truck and you...
On my job that I'm doing the supervisor joint on.
Okay.
So I'm out there working for the company getting paid, and my truck is working for the company getting paid. So I'm doing pretty good.
Yeah, for sure.
So and I'm brokering. So I got my check from work, I got my check from my truck, and I got my broker's check coming. So I'm starting to get I'm gonna get into a bag now.
Got it.
And then my guy Jake came to me one day. He said, "You want to be successful in dump trucking?" I said, "Yeah." He said, "How successful?" I said, "I want to take it to the top." He said, "Quit your job." I said, "Quit my job?" I said, "Man, I got a family at home." He said, "You got a truck?" I said, "Bro, I know this job is definitely going to keep the lights on in the crib. This truck break down, I'm done. I don't have no money to repair this truck." He said, "Listen, man, you come from the Bronx, you've been in the streets, you've been taking chances all your life. What could happen? You ain't going to jail. The chances you was taking before, you was risking your freedom. So why you not willing to risk your future?" And that stuck to me, and I quit my job that day. And here I am today, bro.
Sounds like a movie, man.
Yeah, it is, man. Me and my wife was laying in the bed the other day and watching something on TV, and she was like, "Babe," I was like, "What?" She was like, "You remember where we started from?" I was like, "Yeah." And then we get quiet, and we both go into our own space. And it's reality, man. It hits you like, damn, how did this happen?
Yeah.
Like you know, I live a good life, man. Like I make millions of dollars. You know, I make hundreds of $1,000s a week. Like, and you don't dream of that. You dream of it, but you don't break it down. You don't break the science of it down until it really starts happening. You understand what I'm trying to say?
Right.
Like, I could imagine how Jay-Z lived, but I don't know the dynamics of it because I don't have $1 billion. But if I ever get that $1 billion, I would see the science of it. You understand what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
So now I'm seeing the science of the level of money I'm making, and it's unreal from where we started from, man. We started with $13,000. I spend that on my grandkids a month in McDonald's today. You know what I mean? Like, I'm serious. Like I have a cookout at my house. Like, I got a pool at my crib and all that. So I have a cookout at my house and invite everybody, 200-300 people at my house for my cookouts. I spend $10,000 on liquor for my house cookout.
Right.
And I started my business with that type of money. So when you sit back and you close your eyes and you, bro, it's like mind block. It's mind blowing. I'm like, bro, I just spent on liquor what I started my business with. But it's just a blessing, man.
Yeah.
And I just tell people every day when I talk to kids in schools or churches and I go around doing all of my speech, it can happen, man.
Yeah, 100%.
It can
All
happen.
right, so let's take it here real quick. So some people watching may say, man, the man just said in the beginning, $1 million where? Dump truck, like, where you making this money at? And
Right.
now he's saying, I'm living a great life from this. So
Right.
how do we get to there, to where you're at now? In comparison to what people may be propagating or may not be the truth. Like, talk about how you built the company to be successful and be able to live the lifestyle.
Now, all of this $10,000 cookouts and stuff, this just start happening in the last 6-7 years.
Okay.
This ain't happening when we start kicking off. No. I'm over the hill now.
That's right.
Like, I'm strong. Like, it's nothing really in trucking that can hurt me now. If one of my motors blow, $40,000, I got a credit card to swipe that. Because my credit is strong. Or I could go to the bank and get 40. There's nothing that could hurt me far as trucking now. Because I'm strong.
Right.
But starting off, oh, hell no. Like, my first couple of years, I almost lost my house. Almost lost my car. But the day I bought my truck, before I even bought it home, my wife quit her job that day. And I'm like, what the hell did you just do? She said, you said when you get a truck, I don't have to work again. I'm like, babe, we didn't make a dime. What are you? Like, I'm heated. I'm like, we need your check because I just quit. I was still working, but I know I'm gonna have to quit my job eventually. I'm like, we need you to work for at least a year. She's like, babe, my feet be hurting. She had left the prison because she had an accident there, so she was working like in some Toyota factory making engines and stuff. So she was on her feet all day. And my wife would come home, she had like her feet would be. My wife got little feet. She's little, size 5 or 6 feet, and I mean her feet would just be blistered.
Wow.
And so I called. I said, babe, I got the truck. She said, oh, congratulations. I'll see you when you get home. So she usually gets home after me. So I'm like, when I pull in the yard, I'm like, babe, what you doing? She said, babe, I quit today. I'm like, you quit?
Wow.
Why? She haven't been to another job from that day to this one. So that's what, I don't want people to get it twisted like I started off like this.
Right.
I'm just getting over the hill the last 5.
Yeah.
I've been in the business 15 years. My first 5 years, I struggled, man. I struggled, and I had to get my credit strong. Like, all this happens now because of my credit, because of my relationships, because of my experience, because of the new trucks.
Yeah.
All this is happening now because of that.
Yeah.
It couldn't happen back then with those old trucks, no credit, no experience, no relationships. That couldn't happen back then.
Yeah.
So when I see these people coming into the trucking business, my first year I made $3 million. Get the hell out of here, bro. Nah. Get out of here.
There's
bro.
levels.
Nah, it's levels. This trucking shit is not for the weak.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's
yeah,
right.
There's levels.
Okay. So your first job, you were working through the guy Jake, right?
Yeah.
He basically provided you to work, right?
That's my plug.
That's your plug. Mm-hmm. So how do you kind of go from that first truck to starting to grow? Like, just kind of tell me like the story, how things build.
It just from there, I bought a Honda. This is how I really became successful from a Hyundai.
Okay.
My credit was shot. I told you I bought the first truck, buy here, pay here. I needed a car. I went and got this Hyundai. I couldn't get approved for it because I didn't have no credit, so I needed a co-signer. God bless the dead. My grandfather, he just passed in January at 102 years old.
Oh, wow.
He was living in New York at the time when I started my business. I said, Pops, I need you to co-sign for this car for me because I'm trying to get this business off the ground and I need some credit. They said if I paid 6 months of my payments on time, that my credit will shoot up. He said, all right, son, I got you. He co-signed for me. I never missed a payment on that Honda in 2 years. In 2 years, my credit score was a 700. When my credit score hit a 700 and I started buying more trucks because my credit was strong then, that was it. I never looked back.
Gotcha.
I would not be where I'm at without my credit.
Gotcha.
I couldn't make it without my credit. How? There's nobody in trucking has enough cash to withstand what trucking costs. Nobody. Yellow that just shut down, did they have the? They gone.
Yeah.
And there was a conglomerate. Nobody cash is that long to withstand the overhead of trucking. You have to have credit. You have to. I don't care what nobody. If you put somebody in front of me and say I'm lying, they cannot tell me that I'm lying. They can't. I know trucking.
Yeah.
And if it wasn't credit, I'm not here today.
Got it. So, in terms of getting work, and I mean, obviously, you're not going to buy trucks if you don't have any work
Right.
for the trucks to
I was
haul,
blessed,
right?
man. I had somebody named Jake.
So he was the plug.
He was the plug.
Have you ever went outside of him to find other customers?
As I got bigger,
Okay.
as I started growing,
Tell me about that.
he's the reason why my name got out there. Because everybody would say, hey, Fab got the work, and they'd come to him from the work. And this guy is so loyal to me. He had said, yeah, I got work, but you got to go through Fab to get it. So he was sending people to me to come through me to get work from him. You understand what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
He could have went right through them.
Yeah.
They could have went right through him, but he was sending people through me. But as I look at it now and me him talk about it now, the reason he was sending those people through me because he don't have time to talk to 20 individuals on the phone all day about jobs.
That's right.
Because he got so much going on. He's running 100 and some trucks a day. So he'll send them 20 people to Fab and let Fab deal with the headaches. But while Fab dealing with the headaches, Fab making a bag too.
It's the same reason why shippers have brokers.
That's it. It's the same thing. That's it. So here's the reason my name got big like that.
Yeah.
Here's the reason why I'm so strong with subs now. Because everybody that came through him, he sent through me to get work.
Okay.
That's it.
Got
and
it.
then when I started getting so big where he couldn't handle, because he's sending me people, I'm getting my own people, word of mouth people coming to me. Now I'm getting so big to the point now he can't even handle my trucks and all of my subs. I'm 50 deep. He can't handle it. So I done built my name up, my brand up to this. I can't lose these people. So what I got to do? I got to go elsewhere to find more work. And that's how I start branching out from there.
Got it.
Yes.
So, in finding the other work outside of what you were doing, how did you go about doing that?
That's where your experience come in at. That's where your people skills come in at. Letting these people know how much you know about the dump truck business. And then plus, when a lot of them already heard my name Fab before. They just didn't know me.
Right.
And a lot of them called me. Hey, can I speak to Fab? Hey, this is Fab. Hey, Fab, you the guy that be getting all the trucks? Yes, sir. Hey, man, we'd like to do some business with you. Come in, let's have a meeting. Stuff. This word of mouth, man.
Yeah.
And that's why I tell my kids and even my grandkids and my nieces and nephews today, be careful when you walk out your door every day. Be careful the moves you make because somebody's always watching. Your name carries so much weight that it could destroy future blessings that's there sitting waiting for you. So I never was a dirtbag. I never was a bad guy. I never robbed nobody in the dump trucking industry. I played fair with everybody. And today, my name for what it is today, that's what helps me get jobs.
Yeah.
These people know when they give me this $200,000 check, they know that these people that ran for me gonna get their money. They know that without a question.
How much of that goes on in the industry?
People getting robbed?
Yeah.
Oh man. I get a lot of my subs because people ran off with their money. So now the infrastructure is so big in America, and the Raleigh-Durham area is you got Apple coming in, you got Verizon is all over there. I meant to say Amazon just built a big warehouse there. Like the Raleigh-Durham area, it's a big area, man. Plus, the Raleigh-Durham area is a medicine. You got Duke, you got Chapel Hill.
Yeah.
It's a medicine. It's a medical hub.
Yep.
So all of these, you got so many people building pharmacies and things like that. So you have a lot of general contractors from Florida, South Carolina, New York, Arizona. They all coming into my area to get a piece of the action. Now, a lot of these guys, they have came in, got a piece of the action, call me. Hey, Fab, we'll give you such and such. We'll give you $150 an hour, $200 an hour for a truck, but we can't pay you to 60 days. I know the dump trucking business. I'm like, well, I'm not going to fund your business for 60 days. That means I got to pay my subs. I got to pay my drivers, my insurance, my truck notes. I got to do all this for 60 days out of my money, and I don't know you. So all money's not good money. So now some other guys say, well, how with Fab saying we're going to work with these guys? What happened after the job was over? Guys went back home.
Wow.
Now you gotta sue their bond. You know, the bond on the job.
Yep.
Now you gotta go through all of this to get your money. So that's how people get burned.
Yeah.
You know, you're dealing with people that you don't know. You're dealing with people from out of state because there's so much construction in our area. They coming from everywhere. They coming from everywhere doing construction. And I'm not dealing with nobody that I don't know, and I'm not dealing with nobody without a piece of paper. Like, if it ain't a contract, we're not doing no business.
Right.
No.
Right.
Yeah, I've been in the game too long to get burnt.
So
like
that's how you prevent that from happening,
Yes.
making sure there's some kind of contract between.
Yes.
And people do work without contracts? I mean.
Yes, I never had a contract with Jake to this day.
Okay.
15 years. Me and that man's name is not on a piece of paper nowhere. Everything we do is word of mouth. But how can we really burn each other?
Yeah.
I mean, he could burn me. Okay, I work for him for a week, and he don't pay me. Okay, he just burnt me for $100,000, $150,000. You know, I could get burnt with him, but if I'm not doing no. I mean, it's not that type of business between us to do no paperwork.
Yeah. Is it fair to say that a lot of business is done like that in the dump truck industry? Like, it's very it seems like it's very informal, right? Like, it's not like there's a lot of corner cutting and kind of like people just word of mouth, you know what I mean? Handshake
It
deals.
is. Because it's in the community. That's what makes dump trucking so good. It makes it a good business because you don't go over the road with your dump truck. The jobs that are being worked on and being built is in your community. So the people that's working those jobs are from your community. So it's relationships. You understand what I'm saying?
I do.
It's relationships. But you can, like, let me explain the dump truck game to you. Okay, this is a job site. You see all those dump trucks out there, all different company dump trucks on this job site. It's only one person who got that hauling contract. There's only one person who has that contract. Everybody else who's lined up out there working for that one person, they just subcontractors. So they 9 times out of 10, they know the people who they running through for that job. No, they know the main guy who has the hauling contract of that job.
Right.
You understand what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
I never had a contract with Jake. And 90% of my dump truck money to the last 5 years or so I started running with other people, been made from Jake. Every 1099 I got for 10 years straight, you know, at the end of the year, you get your 1099. Every 1099 I got came from Austin Trucking. I never worked with nobody else. Nobody else.
So everybody doesn't have a Jake, right?
No.
So how do you get the contract? How do you become Jake?
We just talked about that thing called DBE. If you're a black person or a Mexican or any type of minority, get your DBE. It would change your life. So all that DBE says is it's called disadvantage
Business enterprise.
Disadvantaged business enterprise. All that says is, okay, minority people, this is what the state is saying, the government is saying. Okay, minority people, we know you guys cannot compete with these big general contractor Fortune 500 companies. So what we're going to do with this DBE for you, we're going to let them bid on these jobs, and we're going to buy the asphalt and things like that. The state will buy the asphalt from these guys, from these big guys. But in order for them to get these state jobs, they have to use a minority business owner to do the hauling. That's all the DBE is. So what that DBE has done for me, it guaranteed me work. Because I know I can't compete with these Fortune 500 companies with dump trucks. They could go out tomorrow, buy 500 dump trucks, and just for example, they could do a job for $50 an hour because they got so many trucks where I can't afford to do no less than $100 an hour.
Right.
So how can I compete with that? So the government stopped that. They say, no, these minority business owners with these dump trucks that do the hauling, they have to be used to do these state jobs. And that's it. That's what saves us.
So how many companies are smaller dump truck companies as opposed to like some of these larger like enterprise companies that are out?
It's about that many large enterprise.
And everybody else is like
Small.
the small guys.
They can't. The dump truck industry cannot. They cannot last without us. They can't do it. They cannot last without us. They need us. They need us.
Why?
It's just so many of us. It's just like over the road. You got the Walmarts and the Swifts and all of them, but that industry, the over the road industry, can't survive without us little guys.
That's right.
It can't. I mean, it's just so many of us.
Right. I mean,
It can't do
the
it.
small businesses represent 90+% of the industry.
Small businesses represent the United States of America,
Yeah.
and that's a fact.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No doubt.
So, the dump truck business is like any other business. But if you was to go out and buy a dump truck, you say, Fab, how do I want to get work? I would tell you the first thing to do before you buy your dump truck is get your DBE.
Okay.
When you get your DBE, do your homework in your area, see where your asphalt plant is at, see where your rock quarries is at. Pull up on job sites, see who got the most work, see who's, you got to do, it's in your community. So you have to do your homework. You have to get familiar with people. You have to see who's running the trucks, who need trucks, things like that. And I'm quite sure if you buy a dump truck today, it's somebody in your area within a 50-mile radius that need that truck to go to work somewhere. I guarantee you that. That's how much work is out here. I guarantee you that. That's how much infrastructure is in America today. Yes.
Gotcha.
Yes.
So so who would you be looking for? Would you be looking for the job site, or are you looking for a broker, or what are you?
You're looking for a job site because you don't know who a broker is. You don't know who the broker. Like, people don't know me as a broker when they ride by me. They don't know I'm a broker.
Right.
So you'll pull up on a job site. Hey man, who's running the trucks out here? You get a name. You go from there. You pull up asphalt companies, rock quarry companies. Hey guys, you guys need trucks? Who can I get to run my truck? They're going to give you all of that. It's just word of mouth. Everything in dump trucking is word of mouth.
Right.
That's why it's not a lot of, like, all of my subs I run 30 to 40 trucks a day. I don't have a contract with not one of them. Just like Jake and I don't have a contract together. It's all word of mouth and relationships. The only people I have contracts with is the people I run straight through. The general contractors I run straight through. Then I have a contract with them, the people who pay me.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm trying to say?
I do.
The people who need the trucks.
Yeah.
Yes, that's the only people I will ever have contracts with. My subs don't have a contract with me. I don't have to run them if I don't want to. There's no contract there. So it's all relationships. That's what makes dump trucking so different than the other part of the trucking sectors, because it's all relationships in the community. Everybody who run for me, we all live next to each other within a 30, 20, 40-mile radius. Somebody know my family. Somebody in my family know their family. We all here. We're not working no more than a 100-mile radius a day. So everybody knows everybody. That's what makes dump trucking so better than the other parts of trucking.
So if like you said, the opportunity is there, the consistency is there. It's almost like you're saying, like, you really can't fail, right? Because there's work. So how are people going out of business, and how do people not last in dump trucks? What are people doing wrong?
I'm going to tell you what Jake told me. He said, I can get you all the work in the world, but I can't run your business. Some people just can't run a business. It's not for everybody. Everybody cannot run a business. There's a lot of work running a business. I don't care if it's candy, trucks, sneakers, it's business.
So where are people going wrong? What are you
What
doing
people
wrong?
are going wrong in the dump trucking business is, my opinion, these trucks are very expensive. Dump trucks cost more than tractors. And like I just told you, they $250,000 to $300,000. I just ordered 10, 3 just came in. These are so where they're going wrong at, to me, they're buying the cheaper trucks.
Okay.
And
And you would think they're trying to save money, right?
Well, that's a smart thing to do.
It's an expensive business.
It's not a bad idea to buy a cheaper truck because you say, hey, I can't afford the trucks that Fab just ordered for $250,000, $300,000. I can't afford those. So you buy a cheaper truck. But what happens with that cheaper truck?
It breaks down.
There you go. And that's why they're not lasting. My guy out in Louisiana, country CEO, my guy Perry.
Yeah.
Look at his page. Look what he's buying. He's buying new trucks. Look at my guy up here in Jersey, Cruz. He's buying new trucks. Guys, what you see with a lot of with the old trucks, they probably got one or two. The guys that got 3 or more old trucks, they have no life. They can't go out to eat on the weekends with their family or go on a trip. If I didn't have new trucks, I wouldn't be here right now. I'd be at the crib working on those old trucks. You know?
It's a fact.
And that's why they're not lasting. So you got something that costs $250, brand new. You just come into business, you see something over here for $40,000 or $50,000, you can afford that. But that $40,000 or $50,000 is coming with more 40s and 50s you're gonna have to spend down the line. And sooner or later it's gonna tap out. That's why they're not lasting.
Okay. So the key is new trucks.
New trucks.
Put yourself in position to be able to have new trucks.
That's just like a heart surgeon. Okay, Ramel, you got to get a heart transplant. This doctor here got the old equipment. This doctor here got the new equipment. Who you going with?
100% the new equipment. And now I don't need the equipment breaking down in my heart.
It's the same thing in trucking. That's it. But people think they're saving, but you're not saving. But I understand. I had to start with an old truck. I don't have the credit, the money. I'm not strong like I am. I wasn't strong then like I am now. Right. So I had to start out with an old truck. But thank God I was blessed, man. I got me an old, ugly truck, but the motor was on spot.
So at what point did you go from the old truck to the new truck? What was you said you had that Honda?
5 years. The Honda, I had a used Honda.
Built your credit up.
Built my credit up. Bought my, I'm going to tell you the story about the used and old trucks. I built my credit up in 2014, 15, I was running 5 old dump trucks. And that December, when I did my profit and loss statement, my breakdowns for 2015 was, I got it in my office. I got it in a thing. It was $337,000 for those 5 trucks. That was my breakdown expense for 2015.
For the old trucks?
Old trucks.
Yep.
2016, I sell all the old trucks. 2016, I buy one brand new KW. T880 Kenworth, no miles, spanking brand new. I ran that one truck in 2016, day and night. Guess how much my breakdown bill was in the last quarter of December for 2000. I just told you 2015, 337,000.
Yeah.
Guess how much my breakdown for that one truck was for 2016?
I'm gonna jump out the window and say $10,000.
27 cents. I got receipts. I can show that.
Yeah.
And you know why it was 27 cents?
What?
The truck broke down within that year, even though it was new. But it's something that's called warranty.
Yeah.
And that's where they're losing at. 27 cents. It was a bolt that wasn't under the warranty, and I had to pay 27 cents for it. And that year in that truck, my clutch went out. Okay. It was an automatic MX-13 455 Packard engine with an Eaton Fuller automatic transmission, 10 speed. The clutch went out. All right. You know how much that clutch would have cost me in that brand new truck? $15,000. It cost me nothing because I had warranty. It went out the first year. Yes. My breakdown for 2016 with that one truck running day and night was 27 cents. So that's why I'm where I'm at now. That's what new trucks did for me.
Yeah.
Because all of my mechanic money, my breakdown money, staying in my pocket now.
Right.
Because I got new trucks with warranty.
Right.
Make sense?
Makes sense.
So that's where they're losing at.
Okay. So that's one major part of it. So I'm going to say that's probably like 60 or 70% of the reason.
Yes.
we talked about you have to know how to run a business. Everybody know how to do
you
this. So
have
the
to know how
first
to
thing
run
is
a
the
business.
decision that you make to buy a new or old truck.
Yes.
That's a part of the business.
Not a decision. Sometimes you're just in that spot. You don't have no choice.
You have no choice,
Yeah.
right? Whatever those circumstances are.
Right.
All right. Secondarily, what else? I mean, obviously, you have to think about like how you pay your drivers, you know, how you kind of what you put away in the business, what you invest in the business. Tell me the rest of it. Like,
Drivers will break you.
okay.
Drivers will take you out of business. I'm blessed for another fact because a lot of my family drive for me now. Uncles, cousins, nephews, sons. I run a family business, so I'm blessed in that aspect of it. But people have to understand when you start a trucking business, and you throw drivers in these trucks, you have to remember one thing: that driver's just there for a paycheck. That's not his equipment. It's not his equipment. We all worked the job before. When I parked my truck in my job and I cut the ignition off, I don't give a hell what happened with that truck. It's not my problem. So you got to be careful with the drivers you hire. But how do you know who you're hiring?
Right.
You don't know. So a lot of that drivers is a lot of reason a lot of people go out of the dump truck.
Tearing up equipment and just
Tearing
really
up
not
equipment,
caring.
just not caring about it, not taking care of it. So right now, I just told you the fleet of trucks I have. I have a lot of trucks right now, but I don't put my personal feelings in these trucks because it's a business. So it's nothing personal. So each one of my trucks I look at right now as a prostitute. And I swear to God, this is how I run my business. Those trucks have to go out on the horse road to make money for me. Right. I can't get personal with that. These are my hoes. I'm the pimp. My trucks got to go out and make money for me. Right. And as long as I keep it like that, I'll be successful in business. You have to keep it like that. If you think you're going to bring your personal feelings into this, buy one truck and drive it. Then you don't have to worry about nobody turning up. Because you're driving it.
Right.
You're going to make sure it's like it's your personal car. I'm running 18 trucks of my own. I can't run around what each driver do to a truck. I don't have the time for that. So it's all business for me.
Yeah.
But I have a personal mechanic that just works for Fab. So that helps me out a lot. And like I said, my trucks are like I treat them like the prostitutes. I take care of them. They break down. I put a Band-Aid on them. I make sure they get fixed so they can go back to work tomorrow. That's it. It's all business. It's nothing personal. When I got my first brand new truck, all my personal feelings was in it because it was my first brand new commercial vehicle.
Your pride and joy, huh?
Jake said, if you don't take your personal feelings out that truck, you're gonna fail.
How do you know you were taking it personal?
Because I call him, man, this freaking driver, do you know that? He was like, Fab, that truck is just there to make you money. You don't drive that truck to church on Sundays. That truck is there to make you money. And that's when I came up with my old thing with the pimps and the hoes. I said, okay. And
you got to shift your mindset.
You have to shift your mindset. That's why I said it's not for everybody. Not for everybody. You know, this is not for everybody. Trucking is hard. Oh, it's easy. You got your internet gurus. Oh, come to trucking. You're going to make $1 million. Go ahead with that shit, man. Go ahead with that shit, man. And a lot of people, that's on there. I get it. I'm not hating on nobody, but they're lying. I'm telling. And if they say that I'm hating, then we can have a one-on-one on my live, and prove me wrong. They're lying.
Right.
Trucking is not easy. A tire costs $700. A transmission costs $8,000. A motor's $4,000. A fan. All this shit costs money, bro. And dump trucks have something that's called a PTO that's connected to the transmission to lift the bed. All this stuff costs money, man. They're lying. And none of these people that's on there talking this $1 million shit, I never see none of them at the dealerships purchasing new vehicles. So if you do got trucks and you got older trucks, your money's not coming in like that just staying in your pocket. No.
Right.
You're lying. You're lying. Nobody could tell me nothing else different. But they would never go face to face with me like this. Because they can't talk that shit to me. I know trucking. And not saying they don't have $1 million. It ain't come from trucking. It might come from that internet you selling you talking that shit about. But it ain't come from, I don't know what nobody pockets look like. But your $1 million did not come from trucking. If it It don't receipt numbers don't lie. I made $6 million last year. Maybe I made $5 million last year. I can prove to you that I made that. I got taxes. I got 1099s that says Fab Trucking. I can prove that. Bro, go ahead with that $1 million shit on that. You know, I get it, you know. And not saying they don't, they probably got more money than me. But it better bet their money come from the internet. This is their trucking money. And this is their internet money. That's it. None of that shit came from trucking, bro. None of it came from here. They just good marketing people. They know how to sell, and that's fine. I'm not hating on them or nothing, but I'm just saying, bro, we got to stop that shit because that's why I backed up off the internet. You know, I started. I don't have a YouTube. I got a YouTube, but I never posted one thing on YouTube.
Right.
I never posted one thing on YouTube because I didn't come on the internet to sell anything. I've been straight for 10 years now, man. I'm 50. I made my first million in trucking when I was 40, 42, 43. I've been straight for years. My wife haven't worked in 15 years, even when we were struggling in trucking. So I didn't come on the internet to sell nobody nothing. I came on it to help people, man.
Right.
And then when I did come out, me and my sis, Sassy the Truck Boss, did come out with I Dump Truck University. I fell back off it. I didn't even push it no more because I didn't come there for that. So when all of this scamming shit started coming out with trucking, that's when I stopped my live because I couldn't afford to have that scamming name on me because I really sit down in this trucking world with people at these tables talking $1 million business deals about these jobs. And I had too much to lose. So people say, where Fab at? Where Fab? Why you don't have the live? And I'm coming back with the live because a lot of people, I get DMs every day. And I helped a lot of people. And but I always told people on it, this is not easy, man. But when you got somebody showing you a Mercedes and a big house saying that this come from trucking, and I'm over here telling you that trucking is not like that, who they gonna believe?
Right. It's who you want to believe.
It's who you want to believe, man. So it's all a facade. And I think it's fucked up. I don't like it. I'm not going to support it. And I'm always going to speak against it. And that's why I always respect the trucking hustle. Because we needed this. This is like the Basement or Ralph McDaniels. What was it? Video music. This is our debate. Our platform for trucking. We needed this, man.
Right.
But time always went out the bullshit. You know, you don't see a lot of that shit on here now because people have opened their eyes and they see that it's not easy like that. And I never wanted anyone to think that trucking was just easy like that, man, because it's not.
Yeah.
It's not.
Yeah. That's a fact. All right. I love that. I love where we went with that. Let's get back into the business real quick. How do you go about paying drivers? What is your methodology for paying drivers?
I mean, it's just the experience.
Come up a little bit.
It's just the experience. Mm-hmm. Is the how much they know, how long they've been driving, how they going to fit on your insurance.
Yeah.
They had accidents, if they're going to make it higher or lower, you know, all of that, just the experience. I think in our area right now, we're paying drivers from anywhere from $18 to $20.
Okay.
Atlanta, they're paying $20 to $23. So it's just the economy, where you at. New York, they're paying $35 for a dump truck driver. I can never pay that in North Carolina.
Right.
We're not getting the same money.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? So that's all. That's just go off the experience and what they know, how they're going to fit on your insurance, things like that. That's all.
Yeah. Is there ever any advantages to like paying like certain drivers more because they get the job done better or more efficiently?
I do it right now. I pay certain drivers more.
Yeah.
I've been doing this for 15 years. I know who's worth more, who's not.
Yeah.
I know if you're bullshitting or if you just there to run the clock or if you really there to work. So I know that because I'm the boss. I'm not stupid. I didn't get to where I'm at today from being dumb.
Right.
So I know all of this. So yeah, all that is just like any other job. Like any other job. If you hire people to come in here, you're gonna go on their experience, you know?
Yeah.
So it's the same thing. There's no difference. But drivers, you know, in the trucking business, drivers could destroy you.
100%.
It's just a fact. They would destroy you.
100%.
Yeah.
All right. So we talked about making sure you have the right truck.
Mm-hmm.
We talked about making sure you have the right drivers because they'll destroy you. What else is important?
The most important thing in dump trucking, like that over the road relationship, that's a bullshit relationship.
What do you mean by that?
Because you right, we in Jersey.
Uh-huh.
I'm speaking to a broker in Wisconsin. It's fake. The relationship is fake.
There is no relationship.
They say it is.
It's transactional.
That's it. Dump truck relationships are real. We all in the same community. We all live together. Well, I mean, within a certain radius.
Right.
That's a real relationship. My grandmother might go to church with your auntie. Or my grandkids might go to school with your kids. We a community. It's real. So that's the most realest thing about dump trucks is the relationships.
Yeah.
It's not fake. Now, if you F up a relationship, and in that community, your name is going to get around fast that you effed up that relationship. So for you to be successful in dump trucking, you have to have real relationships. That's the only reason where I'm at today. That's it. I never burnt Jake. Never. Never burnt him in my life in trucking.
Right.
Never. The guys that I deal with outside, I never burnt anyone. My name is gold. My subs, they take care of their families because of the work I give them. They are dependent on me to take care of their families. Do you know how strong your name got to be for you to depend on somebody to make money with to take care of your family?
Right.
Like I depend on Jake to feed the work he gives me feed my family. If his name was Mud, I can't depend on that. Everybody not gonna keep saying you a duck, you look like a duck, you quack like a duck if you're not a duck. So something about that is true about you. But there's nothing that nobody could say bad about me. There's nobody that could dislike me. I'm being honest, and I'm not saying it because it's me, because you know if people don't like you, or you know what you did to somebody to reason it. No, my face is all the way straight, man. I pay people millions of dollars a year. I pay my subs millions of dollars. I run 30 trucks, 40 trucks a day. So you add up all that money I pay these guys. This is millions of dollars we're talking about. Some get 5,000. So just say I just got 20 people, and I just paid 20 companies that ran for me. I paid each one of them 5,000 for that week. That's 100,000. That's 400,000 a month. How much you talking about a year? 4 times 12 is talking about
4 million and change. 5 million and change.
Bro, I paid this. This is what I pay out a year to these trucks, and for these guys to trust me with that type of money, and for me to make sure that their truck move like their mines. I mean, my face is straight, and I'm gonna always keep my face straight. I'm never gonna sell out for $1. I got people calling me every day to come run trucks with them. But all money's not good money in the dump truck business. I'd rather make my $5 an hour right here than come over there and make $20 an hour, but you burn me. At least I know right here this $5 consistent. I'm going to keep my lights on. I'm going to feed my family. I'm going to pay my subs. I'm going to take care of everybody I need to take care of with this $5. I can't come over here for $15 more and it's shaky. No.
Right. Right.
Yeah, so that's the difference in dump trucking. Who's successful, why people are successful. That's another reason why people are not successful in dump trucking, because we call them hop-arounds. Hey, man, Fab was only paying $5 an hour. These guys over here is paying $10 an hour. You know how many times Jake wasn't the highest payer in our area? He was the lowest. he ask anybody.
Right.
But guess what he was, though? The most consistent.
Consistent. I was going to say the most consistent.
And that's how I came up. Consistency.
Yeah.
That's why I'm here today. So his motto was, Fab, you don't want to hit home runs in dump trucks. You want to hit base hits. He was a professional baseball player.
Okay.
So everything is baseball terminology.
Yeah.
I said, what you mean? He said, you don't want home runs in dump trucking. You want to get on base, and then come home. He said, as long as we get on base, we could keep the lights on at the house. And he taught me so much, man.
Yeah.
And it's so crazy because
sounds like a philosopher. Like a lot of the way he speaks is kind of like a lot of philosophy.
He's not even a trucking guy.
Yeah.
Me and him started together. So we learned together, but he just was in a higher power than me. He was in higher position. So he was sitting down at the table with the big dog. So he learned whatever he learned, he taught me. And that's dump trucking, man. Stay consistent and stay with your peoples that you would. That's it, and you'll be okay.
So, I mean, obviously your circumstances played a huge part in your position.
Yeah.
Right? So for someone who's listening to this and they don't have a Jake or they don't have those similar circumstances, is it possible to still become
Yes.
Fab?
Yes. You look at your guy.
Cruz.
Bro.
Yeah.
I'm quite sure, I don't know his whole situation, but this guy didn't even know what a Corey was.
Yeah.
I don't know his financial situation, how he started out. I know he started out with new trucks. I don't know none of that. So that was a head start for him. But this guy didn't know what a Corey was. He went around and followed dump trucks to find out what a Corey was. He didn't know what a Corey was. All you got to do is get out here and pull up at these places. Is in your community, man. It's no different than the church in your community. You will go to that church, you'll learn a preacher, you'll learn a pastor, you'll learn the deacons. It's the same thing. It's in the community. So that's your win right there. You don't have to go far. It's in your community, and when you ask about someone in your community, you're going to get a feedback from that person. That's it. That's what makes dump trucks so lovely.
Yeah.
It's right here at home. That's it. It's home. So if you get a bad feedback on this person, leave them alone. If you get a good feedback on that person, mess with them. It's in the community. That's all. That's what makes dump trucking. There's no other trucking business. Box trucks, hot shots, tractors, box trucks, whatever. None of them could compare to dump trucks. I own tractors. I own hot shots. I own box trucks. Semi. I own them. I own them all. They can't touch dump trucking because all of the relationships are fake. They're fake relationships, man. That broker is there. Of course, we all here for money. We all we need to support our family. Of course, it's about the money at the end of the day. But damn, show a little bit of morals with the money. Those brokers don't care about you over that road. They don't care. Ask these guys with these tractors. Not one broker care about them over that road. I'm a broker to my dump truck guys. I know their families. I care about them. I just had a cookout at my house Wednesday, the 3rd before the 4th of July. Some of my subcontractor guys came over that been running me for years, brought their wives, their kids, around my wife and my kids and my grandkids. Bro, it's a community. That's the difference about dump trucking. It's a community. And I'm getting money where my family is at, where their families is at. We're all getting money together in our community. That's why I do the coat drive I have. I don't do that for a tax write-off or for a business deal. I do that from here because that's the community I live in. So I was blessed to make it to a next level so I could take $20,000, $25,000 out of my pocket every Christmas and go buy a brand new coats for the kids in the community. It's a community. That's all dump trucking is a community. That's it.
Yeah.
That's dump trucking, man.
How do you, in terms of like running the business, because I want to get as much out of you as I can.
Yeah, I'm here.
The people want to know, man.
Bro, I flew up here. I'm here. Whatever you need, I'm here.
How much money should each truck make? In your mind, because I know a lot of times people will say like, okay, I want each truck to make $2,500 a week, and off that $2,500,
I think
like, what's your methodology around that?
Each dump truck should at least gross $4,000 to $5,000 a week.
Okay.
Now you might have.
How do you get to that? Like, so for example, are those dump trucks running day and night? Or are they just running?
No, this is just night work is gravy.
Okay.
We call that gravy. I've been running night work ever since I've been in business for 15 years. So Night work, you're just getting 2 truck money for the price of 1. So that's gravy.
Okay.
So dump trucks is ran hourly or by tonnage. So just say you run your truck 8 hours a day. That's $800 a day you made on that. Now you might run your truck by the ton, but you don't know the price to the ton until you know the distance. So you might get 20. You could get 20 tons on a quad. In North Carolina, legal is 18, but we put 20. And you get $5 a ton. That's $100 a load, but you don't know the distance. So that get tricky when it get to the tonnage part. 90% of my jobs are ran about an hour.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't get too tricky with the hour, but it gets very tricky with the tonnage. So you got to make sure you know what you're doing, or you'll get hurt. You understand what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
So if you make $4,000 to $5,000 a week in dump trucking, you're doing good.
Okay.
That's without night work or nothing like that. That's just a 8-hour day, $800 a day, $4,000 a week.
And that's what the truck is making.
Yeah, because you're not spending no fuel. You know what your fuel bill is?
What's your fuel bill?
$500, if that. So that's $3,500 profit for you.
Got you. You got to pay insurance.
Yeah, but I mean, just say if you make $3,500 a week profit after your fuel.
Yeah.
That's $15,000 a month. And guess what? Guess what's the best thing better than that? Guess what's better than money? You home in your bed every night with your family.
That's right. That's right.
You home every night.
So each truck out of that 5,000-6,000, what's like the margins that the business is making? Because I mean, you got to pay the driver.
You got to pay the driver. You got to pay the insurance. So if your truck make 15, just say if your truck make just say 5,000, because that's what they usually make. So your truck make 20,000. What's that? 20,000 a month.
Yep.
With these new trucks, your payment is like 4,500. Your insurance is about 1,000. That's 1,500. The only good thing about the new truck is out that 20,000, you don't have no breakdown. That new truck have warranty. You only pay your fuel and your insurance. You might bust a tire or something like that, but that could be prevented, depending on the driver, most of the time.
Right.
But your breakdowns is all under warranty. That's why I'm so big on new trucks. What's my guy named Liam?
In
Maryland?
In Maryland. In Lane Construction.
Lane Construction.
That's my guy. Oh, shout to Lane.
Yeah, shout to Lane. He runs, his fleet is all old trucks. You know what he told me when I speak to him on the phone?
What's that?
He said, Fab, I have no life. And
he's always working on the truck.
He said, Fab, I have no life. I said, Lane, I've been there. I know it. But some people believe in old trucks. They believe this. It's all what you believe.
Yeah.
But the numbers don't lie. You can believe what you want to believe. I just gave you what I spent in 2015. Over $250,000. 2016, I spent 27 cents. It's insane.
Yeah.
So your truck make about $20,000 a month. Spend about $2,500 a month of that is fuel, because you're not going nowhere. You're going 100-mile radius, and less than that if you get an on-site job. You're working in the community. Remember the community. So your fuel bill is not high. You pay your insurance $1,000. The rest is your pocket. Then you home every night with your family, man. You can't beat dump trucking, man. I got tractors. I got over-the-road trucks. I got box trucks. There's nothing you could tell me that's better than dump trucking. It just, if you like maybe some people like over-the-road. But the numbers is not better than dump trucking, no.
Right.
No.
So I think the hurdle or the main barrier is just that expensive truck, right? Because people will look at that ticket and that sticker price, and they'll be like, "There's no way I can afford a $300,000 truck or a $250,000."
Come on, hand me my phone right. Could he hand me my phone right fast?
Yeah. Grab
I want to show you something. Yes.
Right. So that's where you get stuck. Right, so you would rather, and then you say, I still want to get into the dump truck business though, so I'm going to buy a $30,000-$40,000 truck, and then you get caught up and you're out before you even got started.
Right.
So it's the people who are willing to take the risk to go get the new truck and be in position that's going to win.
Yes,
that's ultimately what it is.
That's
higher the
how
risk,
you're
the
gonna
higher
win.
the reward.
Yes, that's how you're going to win. So when I ordered these 10 trucks and they came in, I don't do the whole deal as just 10 at one time. For tax purposes, I do one at a time, right? So this and it's crazy these trucks cost that much, man. It doesn't make sense that these trucks cost. I mean, it's ridiculous. You talking about these trucks cost more than a house, man.
Facts.
That's a $260,000, $300,000. That's a lot of money. I mean, who can afford that coming to business?
That's right. That's
And
right.
then not only that, when you go to these guys, they want 2 years experience, and then they want 30% down. So what's that, 70,000 down?
Right.
Who has that type of money?
Right. And
No.
you still got to find the work for these trucks now too, right? Like there's still that
Right.
uncertainty that how am I going to make sure
How
I
I'm
got
gonna
the
make
work
sure-
for sure,
yes.
right? We know it's everywhere. We know it's right around all that stuff. But it's
Exactly.
like, can you guarantee me I'm going to get that work? You still got to find it.
You still got to find it. Exactly. You still got to find it. So this, I'm about to show you. How do I open this shit up? Okay, so this is the price they just gave me on that truck right there, because I buy so many of them. What that says?
$269,705, $269,705.
And that price is there too because I got extended warranty. So I got a 7-year deal on this truck. I got a 6-year deal for 72 months. And I told them, because I'm smarter now in the game, I want warranty from the time I pull this truck out to the time I finish paying for it.
Right.
So it cost me more money. So instead of the truck being $260, it's $269.
Yeah.
So I pay $9,000 for over 6 years for me not to have no breakdown money in my pocket. It's all about your overhead costs in trucking. Okay, what you got? Dump truck, tractor, box truck. That's what it's all about. And you can't rent a dump truck that I know of. I don't know if you can rent them. They take too much beating.
Right.
A dump truck take too much beating. So who got $269,000, man?
Facts.
Oh,
It's crazy.
that's crazy. Oh, excuse me. I'm sorry.
You're
Yeah,
good. I'm just taking it out the shop.
yeah, that's crazy, man.
So, all right. So, what's the exit strategy? Because we're all in business to at some point be able to either pass it down to family members
Yes.
or get rid of it, sell it, right? So for you, you're buying all these trucks. At some point, they'll be paid for, and obviously there's appreciation. So, in your mind, do you ever think about, okay, how do I exit this business?
Well, for me now, I'm strong,
Mm-hmm.
credit strong, I keep going, relationships, money strong. I'm good. I'm
Yeah.
strong. So for me now is more equity
Okay.
for me. So these trucks I'm buying now are real estate. So them 10 trucks that I just ordered and some that I just purchased that's coming in now, in 6 years, those trucks is $269. In 6 years, those trucks still gonna be worth $200,000. In them 6 years, them trucks probably gonna make me $1.5 million a piece, each truck. So I make my $1.5 million in them 6 years, and after I'm finished with the trucks paid off, I still sell it for $200,000. That truck was just free for me. I didn't when I just bought the truck, I didn't give them $269,000 cash.
Right.
I gave them my John Hancock. So this is where credit comes in at.
That's facts.
So these trucks for me now is real estate. That's all it is for me now. I don't need those trucks. I got trucks, I got subs, I don't need them.
Right.
But now it's just real estate for me now. It's an investment for me. Hey, Fab, we got 10 trucks for y'all. I come pick them up. How much are they? Okay, they $270, $269, they $270. Okay, cool. I run those trucks for 6 years. I make $1 million off of them trucks for 6 years. I sell it for $200,000.
That's right.
And
You never spent anything on them
a dime.
because you were making money before you even bought them.
A
Like,
dime.
you know what I'm saying?
A dime. So that's my exit strategy. And that's not everybody's exit strategy, but I don't plan on exiting no time soon. I love this shit. That's why I took the internet with the scamming and all that so personal, because I love trucking. Everything I own today comes from trucking. Everything that I own today comes from trucking. How I'm able to take care of my family, my outside family that don't live in my house. I take care of a lot of people. I take care of a lot of people in my family. That comes from trucking, man. That trucking changed my life. If I die today, my family can live comfortable from what I built from trucking. If they don't F it up. Because I don't care how much you got. Anybody can spend any kind of money.
That's right.
But if they do right by what I built, they would never have to work another job in their life. And that's what trucking did for me and my family. So I'm always going to be loyal to trucking.
Yeah.
Always.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's dope, man.
Yeah.
That's dope.
I mean, I love trucking, man. And that's why I love the trucking hustle thing, what you did for trucking, because I really look at this like this is my life, man. I don't know where I would be right now without trucking. I'd probably be back in New York. I probably went back to New York or to try to, make a bust a move or then get locked up or be in the feds or be dead. Bro, trucking turned me to a grown man. Like, I have credit. I have business relationships. The community, I'm big in my community with the churches and just the people in the community. Everybody respects me. They look up to me. Of course, they know I got money, so that'd be a lot of that too. But it's still, I could feel a genuine love too, though.
Yeah.
All this is from trucking, man. Nobody never called me Fab. Everybody in New York knows me as Buddy. The Fab came from when I got to North Carolina in the trucking. Nobody calls me Buddy in North Carolina. Everybody calls me Fab. My family calls me Buddy, but
where did Fab come from?
My father, Floyd Arthur Burchett.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah, that's my father. People thought it was Fabulous. No, that's that Fab got blood on my name. That's my blood name. That's my name. That's my father's name, Floyd Arthur Burchett, and he called himself Fab. Yeah. So that's my father's name.
Carried on tradition.
Yes, and now I'm Lil Fab or whatever you want to call it. Now my son, he just got his truck and.
I didn't see that. You posted about that. That's dope.
Yeah, bro. He's not even 30 and he's starting out with a brand new 2025. If I would have started out with a brand, where I would be at today. But I didn't have what he had.
Right.
I didn't have a dad. My dad died when I was young, so my family don't have that type of money. If trucking, my son couldn't do this, what he just did. If it wasn't for trucking, he couldn't do that. Because if I had a job, I couldn't afford that type of truck for him like that. And when I say that, like, okay, this was me and my son deal. Give me 3 years, get your credit straight, get your own company name, and when you give me 3 years, I'm gonna go get you a truck, and I know I'm gonna have to co-sign for you. I'll co-sign for you, and that's what he did. That's what he did.
So he's in business now.
He's running.
He's a business owner.
1795 hauling. That's he got his own insurance, his own workers' comp. Nothing comes through me. So he's one of my subs now.
Got it.
He
drives though.
That was the plan. He got to drive. His payment is $4,500. He can't afford no driver in that. Oh, he can't afford no driver in that. Like he just starting out, and that's our contract with each other. And I said, if you don't get approved with your credit, you're not getting a truck. So my guy called me. He said, Fab, your son got approved, but we're gonna need his truck is $300,000. We still gonna need you to.
Yeah.
I said, don't worry about that.
He
got approved. I said, listen, let's go. And I owe that to him because he gave me, instead of 3 years, he gave me 4 years. He never missed a day of work. His credit is like 800. He never been in the streets. He never did the things I did. I owe that. That's what I was supposed to do for him. But I wasn't going to give it to him. I never was going to give it to him. No, he got to work for it because nobody gave it to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
I want to appreciate it the same, man.
No. It's not that because I'm going to die one day. And my worst fear is me dying and my family struggling. I could take care of them. I'm here. I could take care of my family. They don't have to worry about nothing. I got them. But I'm going to die one day. What's going to happen then? What y'all going to do?
Right.
All the money I leave y'all, all the business I leave y'all, if y'all don't know how to run it, you're going to blow through it? You're going to be broke again? What's going to happen? So I know if I close my eyes today, my son will never have to go work for nobody again because I put him in a position to work for himself. So for me, I won. My son would never have to work for nobody in his life again unless he wants to.
Right.
But I won, bro.
Yeah. 100%.
That's real, man. It's a beautiful thing, man. I mean, so his mom did a great job. She raised him. She did a great job. And I take my hat off to her because she's the one who raised him. She did an excellent job. And I always supported him and took care of him and stuff, but she the one who raised him. And then I did my daddy duties, but she raised him. So job well done. Like, you got to give credit to what credit is due, man.
For sure.
You got to give credit to what credit is due. So now he's out here with his dump truck, and I told him, I said, son, take it to the top. So now he's learning. He's driving every day. He's learning. He just started last week, but, he's going to learn. He's going to learn because I got his back.
Yeah.
He's going to learn. I told him, I said, son, if you follow everything I'm telling you to do like you did for the last 4 years, by the time you're 35 years old, you will have $1 million in your bank account. Or more. Or more. I didn't touch $1 million I got in my 40s. So you got a head start ahead of me.
Yeah. For someone who's getting started, is it better to go your son's route where he's driving the truck
Yes.
and owns a truck, or
Yes.
is it better to try to find drivers? What would
No,
you say?
drive yourself.
Drive your truck.
It's very hard for people to work a job, a 9 to 5, and run a trucking business. I don't see how they do it.
Right.
It's people that do it. How? How? You don't know when that tire is going to bust. You don't know when that truck is going to overheat. You don't know when that clutch is going to lock up. Or how? How can you work a 9 to 5 and run a truck? I just don't see it. That's why they don't last. Oh, I'm just going to work this job and have this truck make some extra money. If you believe that, you'd have bumped your damn head. If you believe that, you'd have bumped. You think you just going to sit back at your job and get off at 5 o'clock and come home with your feet up on the couch while that truck is out there making you money, and that money just going to come in the mailbox? Trucking don't work like that. It doesn't work like that for nobody. For nobody. It doesn't work like that. Because trucking does not run on a 9 to 5 schedule. It's always the unknown. You don't know what's going to happen with that truck. You don't know. My son just got his brand new truck, 2025, almost $300,000 truck. The check engine light is on. He haven't had it a week. But guess what he got on it?
Warranty. The big W. The big W. The big W.
Yep, that's it, bro.
Yeah, that's what's up, man. That's what's up.
Let me ask you a question.
Yeah, for sure. Talk to me.
When you saw me on the internet, because that's how we all met,
Yeah.
and you was checking me out, be honest,
Of course.
what was your first thought of me?
So first, I thought you came across real genuine, right? Like you came across like somebody who really was trying to help, and the reason why that was because like you were like sharing your platform. You know what I'm saying? Like people who don't make it about themselves and share their platform, even though they have the accolades or they're in business, right? And I had heard you previously because you had came to some of my events.
Yeah.
So I kind of knew your story, right? I knew you were in business and so forth. But
Right.
for somebody who is in business, who's established, usually they be trying to take all the spotlight and just have a soapbox and have all their minions listening to everything they have to say. But for you, when I seen you, every time it was like, I'm doing live with this person, I'm doing something with this
That's
person.
what it was all about,
And you were
yeah.
bringing people together, which
Right.
is very similar to the way I approach this internet thing, right? Like, it's about community.
Right,
It's about
community.
how can we help each other.
Yes.
So that automatically made me see you in a different light than I would just see anybody else who I see kind of pop up online.
Okay.
And then when I watched a few of the lives, just the information and discussions were
Right.
just very
Yeah,
real.
Yeah, I would learn stuff
And just
on there.
cool.
Yeah, it's
you
cool.
know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? So
yeah.
it was just a good feeling, man. And then like obviously like there was a lot of times where you would repost or share or talk about events that we did, and it just came across like you didn't have to do that.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
No.
So when somebody kind of displays that and shows that, you kind of see who they are because you're not getting nothing from me
No.
for doing that.
I didn't know you.
You didn't even know me. You didn't
Right,
even
yeah.
ask for nothing. You never came up to me and said, "Yo, let's do this. Let's
Right,
work." It was
right.
all like, "Yo, I was a part of this thing. I loved it. Everybody should look into it." Right? There's nothing in it for me. Just do it.
No, I never made a dime with you.
You know what I'm saying?
I love trucking, man. I'm always going to be a cheerleader for trucking. I'm not going to lie to anybody and say that it's easy. Just come in and you're going to be successful, because that's not the case all the time. A lot of people fail in trucking, but it could change your life if you put 100% into it. And if you come in and do it for a hustle, some people make it doing the hustle, but not a lot, because it's hard to hustle trucking.
Yeah.
Trucking hustle, like, it's hard to hustle this thing. You have to hustle, but if you're going to use it for hustle,
Right. It's a different. The hustle is the right hustle, not the wrong hustle.
there you go. And that's it. I love this. I love trucking. I think that have a lot to do with my success. And I'm always going to love it. I'm probably going to never retire. As long as I got my health and my strength, I'm going to always truck.
Yeah.
And it's not even about the money for me no more. It's always about the money, because I'm not going to work for nobody for free. But that's not my my thing now is I got a lot of people that's winning because of me.
That's right.
And that's where I get my win status from right there.
No doubt.
Yeah.
And I just gotta ask you this. So you've been doing this for, you said 15 years, right? What has changed in the industry during that time? Like, is it more difficult to get to the bag now, or is it like, with everything going on in this economy, how has it impacted the dump truck industry? That's the question I want to ask.
When COVID came, dump truck really never gets hurt because of the economy. And the reason is like that is because if I win a job today, they say, okay, Fab, you just won this airport job for $30 million. That's today, Saturday. Just say Monday comes, the economy falls. It's a crash. Guess what? That airport job happens. That money is already awarded there. So why the economy fell over here, we still running this $30 million airport job because the money's just sitting on the table.
Right.
So that's the thing about dump trucking. Is that answering your question?
Yeah, the bag is secured already.
It's secure because once something is awarded, the bag is just sitting there.
Right.
So when COVID came and they was giving no more money out, everything was going to COVID. These jobs we was running, we had for a year or two already. Right. So the bag was still there. We were still getting the bag, but I think today is better than when I started.
Why?
Because it's so much more work. There's so much more infrastructure. I don't know what, bro. I just came in from Philly. I took an Uber. Bro, you know how much construction I counted them. It was 12 construction sites I passed. It was only a 20-minute ride.
Right.
12.
That's your dump truck mind.
Yes.
Working, right? You don't even.
Yeah, that's
you're looking at the money like
yes,
that's one, that's two,
yes,
that's three.
Yes.
I gotta relocate to Jersey,
bro. I'm like, oh shit. 20. It was from here, from where I'm at in Philly to here was 12 miles. 12 miles or 8 miles, something like. Bro, I counted 12 construction sites.
So every mile, pretty much.
So that means
a new site.
It is construction on every corner in America. If you own a dump truck, that means that your family have a security. If you own a dump truck, that's it. That's all that means.
Yeah,
that's it. And I've been doing it for 15 years. And people say, "Oh, the winter come, there's no money." It gets slow in the winter because it's cold, but it doesn't stop nothing. The only thing that stops in the winter with dump trucks is asphalt. Because you cannot lay asphalt. You only can lay asphalt down if it's 30 and rising. If it's colder than that, the asphalt won't set up on the highways right. So that's the only thing that stops in the winter. I have made more money in some Januaries than I did in Julys. Now, the rain affects us because we do a lot of dirt. So if it's wet out there, of course you can't get out there in the dirt. But I've been doing this for 15 years and never once I said, oh man, how I'm going to pay the bills this month? I didn't make no money with the dump trucks. No.
Right.
Never.
And ultimately, if it rains, they just have to do work another day, and then it's more work, right?
There you go.
You have a backlog of work.
You have a backlog of work. We're still doing jobs right now that we've been doing for the last 3 years. It's just security, man. But it's not easy. I'm not going to sit here and say it's easy or it's just, no, it's a business. So you got to figure it out. You got to put your niche on it, see which way you want to go with it. And once you do that, you'll be successful with it. But that takes time. It takes building relationships. It takes building, learning experience. It takes all of that, man. It takes all of that. Just because you could grind and hustle and drive a truck don't mean you're going to be successful.
Right.
That's why I haven't drove one of my trucks in 8 years now. Because it's hard to run a business behind a steering wheel. That's why you see a lot of over-the-road guys who've been driving trucks for 20 or 30 years, and they still driving that one truck. You can't run a business like that. They're business owners, but they're really a worker. It's hard to run a business behind a steering wheel.
Yeah.
It's just hard, especially if you have a fleet, But that's it, man. Like I said, I'm not the dump truck king. It's people I look up to, and it's people that's in my area that's not even on the internet. Jake is not on the internet. My boy B Scott, he's been in the game longer than me. He's successful. He's not on. He got a $30 million job going on right now. He's not on the internet. my boy Big Boy Toy. A lot of these guys, that been in longer than me, and that's bigger than me. No, I'm not no king of Denmark. No, but I'm. Everybody know who Fab is. I made my mark, you know. But there's a lot of guys who bigger than me. Mr. Cooper, he's been in it. He's 70-something years old, man. Out of Oxford, North Carolina. He's not on the internet. This guy been doing this for 50-something years. In the same area that I'm in today. 50-something years. Dump trucking would never stop. It can't stop, man. It can't stop. It can't. Because those roads we building today, next year the roads gonna be taught. We gotta come back and do them again. The weather, the salt, we gotta keep back coming. It's always gonna be work, man.
That's right. We need houses. We need all type of stuff.
Yes.
It's just all type of things going on in infrastructure. It's just it never stops. Construction, infrastructure. It's just.
And if you come into the dump truck game, the people say, "Where I'm gonna get a driver from?" That's their biggest concern about a driver. And I tell people to look at it like this: there's no house that's never been built in the United States that didn't sell. Every truck that's built that come out that assembly line, there's a driver waiting for it. So don't worry about a driver. You'll find a driver.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, this has been dope, man.
Yeah.
It's been dope. What else, man? What else? Oh, I want to talk about what you do for the community real quick, because you mentioned it really fast. You talked about your drive. Your
my co-drive. So we started about 3 years ago, 2 or 3 years ago, and me and my wife, my grandson Javion is the one who really started it. There was some kids in the school that didn't have coats.
Okay.
And he said, "Papa, these kids need coats. It's cold, man." I said, "All right, we gonna get them some coats." And he said, "Imagine if we could do that for a lot of kids." And I'm like, he's a good kid. And I said, "Well, let's do it." Man, the first year we did it, man. I can't remember. I mean, I don't. It was hundreds of coats, and a lot of people donated, but some people donated used coats. But I turned them away. I said, "No, these kids deserve new coats. The day and times that we live in, these kids is under a lot of peer pressure. So if they come to school with an old used coat, they'll be made fun. I didn't want that for a kid. So I made sure that every kid that got a coat, it was brand new with a tag on it. And that's how I started, man.
That's dope.
So last year, my grandfather was sick. He was dying. He just died in January. So we didn't do the coat drive in December because we was there every day on his dying bed while he was passing. And but I gave coats to the churches in my community, and they gave them out to the kids. And I don't do this for a tax write-off. I never, because once I do that, it's business. This is from my heart. Once I do it as a tax write-off, that means I did it for business. I don't do this for business. I do this because I want to help people.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we do that, and I give it to the churches, everything, man. I do anything like my community, people in my community, like the reverends and people like that call me to do things. I'm on it. And we just had the mayor. I cannot think of her name. She was just got elected in Henderson, and one of the reverends called me and asked me would I put something together and do a speech with them. So that we about to do. She just won. She just got elected the last term. So I'm about to put something together with them, with the kids in the community, because these kids out here lost, man. They don't have nobody. These rappers are just, they stand these kids wrong, man. There's a lot of killing where I'm from in Henderson. These kids they banging it up, man. They banging it up, and I just try to reach out to many of them as I can and let them know, like, these guys y'all looking up to are dummies, man. Is a whole life out there that you can live. And you guys are being tricked. What they're talking about, they're not really living. Some of them rappers are, but look at them, they're getting killed. They just killed the guy Fulio down in
Facts.
down in Jacksonville. So I just want to see these kids win, man, and I don't ever want to lie to them. And because once you start lying to them, then they find, because nobody's stupid. These kids are smarter than you think they are. And once they see that you're lying to you, they'll never trust you again.
Yeah.
So I would never lie to them. So I'm just big in my community, man. Whatever I could do, I do it. Whatever I could do it, man. That's it, man. I help destroy my communities coming up as a young adult. And it's only right for me that I'm in a position now that I help rebuild them back up.
Yeah.
I owe that to them. I owe that to them. So If I got to spend 20, 30,000 out of my pocket, which is not going to help a lot, but that's what I can afford. If I got to spend out of my pocket to give back to the community, then that's what I got to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's funny. I was going to ask you that question. What makes you, like that? What makes you feel like you have to do that? But you just answered the question.
I helped destroy.
Yeah.
And it wasn't purposely. It was just to survive. But I think that's a sucker answer though, because we could have went and got a job and survived. But it was just something like that was what we walked out the door to.
Right.
That was
everybody else was doing.
That's what everybody else was doing, man. So that's it, man. I had a meeting the other day. I'm gonna just tell a story right fast with 3 white men about this job, and they want me to run this job with them. And they said, they all went to Harvard and Yale. They come from money.
Yeah.
And man, how did you come from the Bronx and you run this successful dump trucking business like this? They said, what college you? I never graduated from a college or anything like that. And I said, bro, I could. They said, how are you successful like this? They work jobs. They was there to get my trucks to work on the job, and they were for a company.
Okay.
It was like, you own your own business. We went to Harvard and we work a job. And I told him, I said, if you go, it's 3 of y'all, and there's 1 of me. I said, you could go to any inner city in America and get me 2 more kids from the inner city that came up like me, and it'd be us 3 against y'all 3. Y'all got the Harvard, the Yale, all of that, MTI, y'all got all that education. I said, I guarantee you we would run circles around y'all. And one of them got offended. And I never experienced racism in my life till I moved to North Carolina. I didn't grow up racist. I grew up in New York.
Right.
So I didn't know what racism was. I never experienced it. And he said, what the hell you mean? We got Harvard, we got $100,000 educations. I said, that's the problem. We started with nothing but a dream and hope. And you guys we started behind the 8 ball. Daddy and mommy could go to the bank for you and get you a $100,000 loan or get you a college loan off the house. We didn't have that. We started with nothing but hope and a dream. And the other one sat there and he looked and he said, I understand. And he said, you guys probably would outwork us. We will. Because what we had to lose, we didn't have nothing to lose. I didn't think I would be in this position 30 years ago. I didn't think that. So look at Jay-Z and the Tyler Perrys. This guy started with nothing, man, but a dream. They come from the projects. Their families didn't have no mortgages. They could go grab money off the mortgage. We don't come from that. So when you come from out the mud, how we come from out the mud, and you build it up to you making $1 million a year, something hits you and humbles you where you have to help the community back that you helped destroy. You have to. It is your duty to do that. I was on them corners. I sold drugs in them corners that helped destroy my community. I don't do that no more. I'm blessed into a place where I'm making money that I can afford to give back to my community. I have to do that. And if anybody else don't do that, then they're just selfish. They're selfish. That's all. It'll come back to them though.
Yeah.
That's it. And that's who I am, man. I help anybody. I help anybody. If I got it, you got it.
No doubt.
And that's fab. If I got it, you got it. And that helps me a lot being successful with my relationships, my business relationships, because everybody know I'm genuine. I'm not out to beat you. I don't have to steal from you or cut corners to rob you or compete with my friends. I don't do none of that, man. I want all of us to win. And guess what? There's enough money out here for all of us to win. But it's all what you want. And that's who Fab is. I'm a cheerleader for everybody. That's it.
No doubt.
That's it.
No doubt. Man, this has been fun, man. Before we go, we have to do two things. We got to let everybody know where they could find you and learn more, because I suspect everybody going to reach out to you after this.
Yeah.
People who don't know you.
Yeah.
And then also we got to do a final thought, which is, what you want to leave the audience with. So where's the best place to connect with you?
I don't do the YouTube thing.
Okay.
I don't do the YouTube thing, but I'm on Instagram and Facebook, but at BuddyFab.
BuddyFab.
BuddyFab. BuddyFab.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got it. And then final thought. What do you want to leave the audience? You've been dropping a lot of heavy stuff today, but what would you like to leave the audience with, man?
For me, if you could leave this world knowing your family will be straight after you leave this world, you won. That's winning to me. Family's everything, man. I used to be scared to die because I thought about how my family would survive. I'm not scared anymore because I know I put in the work and the foundation where they could be straight forever. I don't want to die now, but if I have to, I'm okay with that. My family is straight, man. And that's what I'll leave everybody with. If you could put yourself in position to have your family straight, because we all gonna die.
That's right.
If you could have your family straight before you leave this world, you just won. And that's it for me, man. As long as my family's straight, and I have done that. As long as my family's straight, man, that's it. I used to be scared to die because I didn't have nothing to leave my family. But I made it my business to get something to make sure I don't have to worry about that if something do happen to me or when it happens to me. And that's what it's all about for me, man.
No doubt. No doubt. Buddy Fab, man, this has been an amazing episode, man. Thank you so much for, number one, coming out here to do this.
Yeah.
This is everything that I expected it to be, bro. You know, I really figured that we'd have a dope conversation, and you delivered, bro. So thank you.
Let me ask you one question before we get out of here.
Yes, sir.
Where do you see Truck and Hustle in the next 5 years? Because I'm going to support it forever. But I just want to see where you think you would be at the next 5 years.
For sure. So I see Truck and Hustle as being maybe the complex or the Forbes or the TechCrunch for the transportation and logistics community, meaning that it'll be the destination where people come for resources, for information, for news, anything involving entrepreneurship and helping grow your business in transportation and logistics. This will be the number one stop, right? This will be where you come to learn about people. This will be where you come to hear what's new. This is where you come to get your resources. This is where you have trusted education and so forth and so on. And it'll just be that destination for you. If you want to enter the business, if you want to grow your business, wherever you're kind of at in your journey, this will be the first stop that you make, right? For small business owners, right? So for people like us that are small, that we're trying to grow, this is the pit stop. And this is where it starts, right? Yeah. So that's the goal. And we do that through our content, our podcast. We do that through our events, how we, in our IRL, in real life. We do that through everything that we kind of build underneath this infrastructure. But it's all about that word you use, man, community. That's what we've always been rooted in, always just putting out as much information as we can just for free. Building a dope network of people, like yourself that can always add to this pot of information so that it's just like, you don't got to go nowhere else.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, the one-stop shop.
The one-stop shop, because we have it all here. If you take some time and you just binge watch some of these episodes, you can learn so much about this business and this industry from so many different perspectives.
Yeah, I'm still learning.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, you still learning.
100%. And that's one thing that anybody in this industry, you never stop learning.
No, you can't.
It doesn't stop. There's no textbook.
No.
Right. Even if you've mastered one vertical,
one part of it,
there's still so much more that you know nothing about.
Right.
I can sit down and have a conversation with you, and you'll think I just got started yesterday because I know nothing about what you do.
Yeah.
Right. But we all are intersected with each other in terms of this business, and there's all these different parts to it. But man, it's just so big and so much going on. Right. It's just continue learning, man. So that's what we want to do, man. And that's what we've done a good job of that so far. So just want to keep on just building that.
My mom asked me, she said, what is this truck and hustle thing you going to? When I went out to Texas, I said it's a platform that bring all the languages in trucking together to understand.
That's amazing.
That's all I said.
You know what? You know what's funny? Yeah. I've been looking for that.
That's what
just now said.
That's what it is.
And the way you put it,
Truck and Hustle is just a platform that bring all the languages in trucking, and bring all the languages together in trucking where everybody can understand. That's all it is.
And that's amazing the way you put that.
That's because that's what it is.
When we say language, it's not like Spanish.
Oh,
English.
no, yeah.
I know. I'm just explaining for anybody who may not get it.
Yeah.
There's people speak so many different languages in this industry, but Truck and Hustle brings it all together.
That's it. That's all Truck and Hustle. That's what I told my mom. What were you going there for? What is it? And that's what I told her. She said, oh, okay. I said, It's people that's going to be there that's, they sell tires. I don't know about the tire business, but I need them because I run trucks.
Right.
It's just all the languages of trucking that just come together in one for all of us to understand what's going on. That's why I respect and I will always support Trucking Hustle. We needed this, bro.
I love that.
We
That's
needed
dope.
this. Yeah.
No, seriously, I've been looking for that line.
What you mean? Oh, okay.
Not because a lot of times, because people will ask me, what do you do?
What's
the
okay,
business?
I got you.
What's the business model, right? So it's like I have to explain to them, oh, we got a podcast, we do events, we do that.
Yeah.
But what's the simple, easy way for me to put it?
That's it.
I've been looking for that.
Well, you got it. Fab gave it to you, bro.
Thank you for that gift, man.
That's my gift.
That.
That's my gift to Trucking Hustle.
I appreciate that. And that is a very powerful gift because
but it's the truth.
My job so much easier.
It's the truth. That's what Trucking Hustle does.
Yeah.
It's the truth.
Yeah, 100%.
I appreciate you, bro.
Bro, this has been dope, man. This is an epic. This is gonna be one of the ones, man. I feel it.
Cool.
I feel it.
Cool. I hope it can help other people, man. That's it.
For sure. Hustle fam, you know what we do around this time. If you smell something burn, it's only a desire. Man, another great episode, man. Myself, Buddy Fab Trucking, all the way from North Kakalaka.
Henderson. They said H-Town. We call it H-Town.
H-Town.
Yeah, that's
Houston might be a little upset about that.
Yeah, nah, we ain't rocking with with Houston right now, but we holding our own. So I definitely represent Henderson. I've been there 20 years, so I got to represent it.
No
man.
question. You have no choice.
Yeah, I'm a represent it. That's what we represent. I'm everything is not good there, but everything is not good a lot of places.
That's right.
But we good.
Yeah.
So I'm repping H-Town, Henderson, North Carolina. Yeah, that's where I'm from.
No doubt. All right, y'all. We out.
We out of here.
All right, guys, if you love Trucking Hustle and you love the interviews and the information that we're providing week to week, make sure you like, share, and subscribe to the channel. All right, Hustle fam.
If you twisted, confused, or stuck about trucks, don't be dumb. This is the place to come. Truck and Hustle. Let's go.